Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, August 19th. We are looking at Window Traders market profile of SPY IWM triple Qs. Real quickly, unfortunately I have to leave today at about 1:30. I'll be gone for the rest of the day, so hopefully there'll be some nice action this morning. Certainly looks like there will be. We've had 3 good days of decent volume and very good ranges, and now we have a 4th day. Looks like we're going to have a pretty nice gap to start. We said there were some changes taking place. We've been trading at very visual areas in all 3 of these indices. Here's the lows from all of yesterday, right? We all went out with price probes. We went out with a set of single prints in SPY and ES, and now we're looking to gap lower. Our gap is almost $4. Some pretty decent gaps possible here this morning. Let's go over destinations and a game plan, and we'll look at all of the charts briefly to give you an idea of what we're looking at and what we can have. I gave you all the destinations last night for the most part, so please watch that if you did not. So the only ones I'm going to give you this morning to keep this as short as possible. Yesterday's low of 438.92 is now an upside destination, okay? And then we have the overnight high of 439.43. Then you don't even have the price probes all the way at 441.50. So we're over $6 below the price probe. For the downside, right now our overnight low is 434.50, but there's still 75 minutes to go, so that could go lower. You should have all the other destinations all the way down to around the 432.14 level. I'll give you one more I don't think I gave last night. We had single prints. Actually, I'll give you all the single prints from July 20th. 430.73 to 56, 429.83 to 47, and 428.80 to 39. Okay? So please, and you should have all the others. Game plan for this morning. Well, already we have 1.5 million on the tape, so we're going to be doing really nice volume to start. Right now, we're below those 2 weekly lows we spoke about. Getting below them is one thing. Acceptance is quite another. We talk about this. I want to see by tomorrow night if we close below 435.99. It can get very interesting going into next week, as we would then have an outside week down, and with the next big target, the monthly, on the bull's back. So that's going to be very important. In fact, not just for SPY and ES, but the monthly lows now come into play for all 3 of these indices that we follow if we get acceptance below some levels. As far as a game plan for this morning, people will be screaming gap rules apply. When the gap is 400 ticks, I'm not looking to short it right away. Depending on if we open at a visual level, especially if we get anywhere near the 50-day moving average, which right now is 433.66. So we're still over $1.50 away from it, but we've seen how that has reacted. So if we get anywhere near there the first time, I would absolutely take a call play against it. If we are to push up and get a better risk reward, then I'm certainly looking for shorts with a gap, probe, trend day, lower value, all from yesterday. Okay, it might happen in B period. Might not take the short in A. See if B starts one time framing down. Maybe starts one time framing up and things change a little bit. But I'm not going to, don't get emotional with the trading right off the bat. That gap rules apply. Okay, it's very, very early. A lot can happen. There's no harm. You're going to get many opportunities today, so there's no harm to let and see what A period does. If we get acceptance above or below the opening, things of that nature. Right? That's why you should have all these destinations and reference points written down so you keep your powder dry when things are going pretty busy in front of you. Right? Your mental reserve just as important as your capital reserve. So any play near the 50-day, the first time I'll look for a long. If we open above those other 2 weekly lows or get below them and get back above them, might take a quick call play there. 2 early call plays. Put play right down here, believe it or not, I'm not looking for one this low. If we are to get some kind of inventory adjustment of decent size, then when my risk reward is better, I will look for one. Or if B takes out A's low and we start a trend day down, again, I don't mind taking a put play then. Now, let's go to the chart. I'm going to show you all 3 of these indices and the important levels that we're talking about for now. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. So Let's start with SPY. Monthly still healthy. Here's the 2 weekly lows they're attempting to take out. Right now, they're right below them. 435.99. I'm sorry. Yeah, 435.99, 436.10. And we have that small gap. Taking these 2 weekly lows out isn't the big issue. If they take them out and then come back into them, we can carve out a nice 4-week balance. And that would be pretty healthy for the market, even though there's a possibility of an outside week down. But at least you'd get some balance. The danger is if you get acceptance and close below them by tomorrow after the close. Well, guess what? Your next destination is 421.97. That's also last month's low. So that's the danger there. Keep that in mind. Here's the daily. Remember I said this 2 days ago. I said, is this a little bit of a roadmap what we have to look forward to? Right? We were all talking about the 50, but then I did just a little work on the 20 and realized every time we got below the 20, we eventually tested the 50 between 2 and 5 days later. Well, here's day 3. We tested it on Tuesday, below it Wednesday. Here's day 3. We're going to test the 50? Possibly. Okay? So, amazing how those things come into play. Now, let's go to the Russell. Here's the big thing for the Russell. Right now, the 209.05 level is huge. Right? That's our last month's low before the bottom of the balance low of 207.21. We have not been able to take out that balance for 5 months. So we're going to see by the end of the month if they're able to do that. That's a very important level to keep an eye on. Here you go again, 209.05. If you hold that, okay, maybe we get close to the bottom of the monthly balance and then we start balancing again. But any acceptance below that, we will test that 207.21 level at some point. And then that gets very interesting if it holds or not. And then on the triple Qs, same thing as SPY. I don't care if they go and get these 2 lows. Right now, 360.16, it would be the bottom of the 4-week balance. So they're still, they're below it again. Just like we're slightly below our balance. Well, right now, so is the Qs. They had an inside week down already. So again, by tomorrow, it's going to be important. Do we close below 260.16? If you do, your next destination is $8 lower. And why is that important? Because that's last month's low. That is the biggest target right now for the bear. That's big game hunting, right? Daily low is going after, a fawn. Weekly low is going after an elk, and the monthly is going after a grizzly bear. That's what they want on these time frames, all 3 of these indices. Well, the weekly is going to play a big part in that, whether we have a chance to get to those or not. Good luck trading today. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. These are the days that experience and voice of reason helps. Have an awesome day. Again, I'm leaving at 1:30 today. The video will probably be later. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.